Another interest rate hike is on the cards next month, despite data showing headline inflation has fallen in the year to July. It could mean more pain and frustration for struggling borrowers. Jacqueline Robson reports.
Good afternoon. The good news is inflation is falling. The bad news is it's not the number the Reserve Bank looks at when it comes to measuring the economy. New CPI data over the year to July shows headline inflation is down 0.3% to 3.5%, but it's underlying inflation that just won't budge, remaining at 3.6%, well above the RBA's target range of between 2 and 3%. The largest contributors were transport, with petrol prices jumping after the federal government rolled back its fuel excise discount. Also rises in clothing and housing, with construction costs and rents on the rise. The figures are resurrecting the prospect of an interest rate hike when the RBA meets late next month, but the Treasurer is calling it positive.
It does mean that inflation is substantially lower than the budget forecast, but we're under no illusions because we know that people are still under pressure. We know that inflation is still too high.
This afternoon, state and territory leaders were wrapping up National Cabinet with the Prime Minister in Sydney.
Today's meeting comes at an important time for the country, and we've got a lot to get through this morning.
Data centre regulation, the main point of contention, with Queensland and the Northern Territory rejecting the federal government's plan to force new data centres to counter their power-hungry sites with renewable energy. The Federal Energy Minister had been threatening to go above the states and territories with legislation, and that did ruffle feathers. The Greens want rules enforced yesterday.
We need a moratorium on building new big AI data centres until the rules are set, because these companies are already bulls at a gate pushing state governments to give them approval.
The other hot topic of this National Cabinet meeting was GST, with a report suggesting the current carve-up is too favourable to WA.